Any hope of an upset? Not so. Kelly Haag's header was one of several decent efforts from the 1,000-to-1 outsiders, currently bottom of Division 2. For Chelsea, this effort from Neil Shipley, saved by Barnet player-manager Gary Phillips, was about as good as it got for them. And Phillips will have Ray Clements in his managerial partner from tomorrow. Barnet are looking forward to the replay, but not the winding-up order they face in the High Court on Monday, where they need to find £1 million. A great result today, though.
Southampton with problems aplenty, struggling in the Premiership and distinct...
Thank you. Well, in the trial run...
...to winding-up order. The case at the High Court in Liverpool was adjourned for 2 months as the club seeks to clear debts of £1.7 million. The decision is a huge relief to new general manager Ray Clements, who's been sizing up the strengths and weaknesses of the playing staff as he took his first training session.
Back in the tracksuit, Ray Clements is back at the sharp end in football. These North London playing fields aren't too far away from the more glamorous surroundings of White Hart Lane, where Ray Clements enjoyed high-profile success as player turned coach. But the run-down clubhouse with no hot water is a world away from his glory days at Spurs and Liverpool. After being approached by former Tottenham chief executive turned Barnet chairman David Buckler and watching the Bees FA Cup goalless draw at Stamford Bridge, Clements made up his mind to try and mastermind Barnet's bid to escape relegation from the second division.
The way they played football at Stamford Bridge on Saturday was a joy to watch, and the sort of football I've always believed in, the way I've been brought up, and I wouldn't want to go to a football club that didn't try and play that way.
Coordination, there, that's it.
Life has hardly been a party at Barnet, but Ray Clements is still a gatecrasher, halfway through a troubled season on and off the pitch. He'll work in tandem with Gary Phillips, who took over as player manager in August. But the long-serving goalkeeper knows from now on it's the general manager who'll be calling the shots.
It's going to take us a few weeks, obviously, to gel. Ray's big enough and been in the game long enough to know that, you know, if the working relationship goes according to plan, then we should be OK. But he's not coming in to make sweeping changes. You know, he likes the way we play. He likes the way we do things. Obviously, his experience by being at other clubs will hopefully G us up in some respect as well. And if we learn from him and, like I said, we get up that table, then it'll only be the best thing that can happen to Barnet Football Club.
But Gary Phillips, to be fair to him, has done a marvellous job here in terms of the first day of pre-season. He only had 4 players here. He's built a squad together which has got a fantastic spirit.
Ray Clements has already proved something of a good omen. Only a few hours into the job, news reaches him the club, over £1 million in debt, has escaped their 4th winding-up order in the High Court. Their 2-month stay of execution gives the chairman more time to put a rescue package into motion.
David Buckler made things very, very clear to me when we had the talks before I accepted the job. He's a professional. He's spent his life solving company problems. And if he can't sort that out, then nobody can.
Everything that we've been trying to work for come to fruition Saturday. We know we're a good side. We've been saying this for weeks and weeks, that we can play. Obviously, we're 6-7 weeks behind everybody else at pre-season. That makes a big difference, that is. But, you know, anybody who watches Saturday can see that we can play football. We can dig in when we need to. We've always said we might need 1 or 2 to strengthen our squad, but Ray's obviously going to come in and perhaps sort that side of things out. But we believe we're a good side, and we believe we can get out of it, and we believe that we can go to Chelsea next week and have another good game.
10 points adrift at the bottom with only 2 league wins this season, Clements faces a baptism of fire. But if the club's knack of survival in the High Court is anything to go by, he might just pull it off. Tim Abraham, Sky Sports, North London.
Newcastle striker Malcolm Allen.
Barnet has surrendered home advantage and held Chelsea in the first game. Not tonight. Craig Burley made ground, evaded the challenge and put the Premier League side ahead after 25 minutes. A minute before half-time, 1-0 became 2-0. Burley again. This time his flick released Gavin Peacock. It was a narrow angle, but the ball reached its intended target. Any hopes of a comeback were shattered 3 minutes into the second half. The Barnet penalty area was like a pinball machine. Mark Steen was there. He claimed his 7th goal in 7 games, and Chelsea were cruising. Sinclair released Shipley, and Chelsea were on their way to a very comfortable passage into round 4. 4-0 tonight. Sheffield Wednesday at Stamford Bridge in the next round.
Particularly good.